The Palantir employees started leaking some stuff, and this actually revealed the company from a very different angle. As it turns out, there's so much we don't know about Palantir, and this makes me bullish like never before. New price forecasts are out, and the numbers people are talking about are actually crazy. They are much higher than we were looking for. But what am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. As you may already know, huge institutions such as banks are always giving out their target price for up-and-coming stocks. Palantir caught the attention of the Bank of America, recently causing them to release a new target price for them at $50 per share. But these price predictions could be small compared to the potential of Palantir. So, what is it that Palantir is doing today that makes them a company full of amazing possibilities? It all starts with their effort to churn out new products and offerings. This also extends to the number of clients that they're onboarding. In fact, Palantir has revealed a new wave of customers in action at their AIPCon event. Today, Palantir announced the live stream of their 5th AIPCon. And this is going to be a huge event with possibly thousands or even millions of people watching. Over 100 organizations are taking part in the event, many of them speaking publicly about their work with Palantir for the first time. We're about to hear stories of Palantir's successes, with over 100 partners that they have. This includes major names like the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, Aramark, BP, and many others. The event will showcase how these companies are using Palantir's technology. It's a big moment for Palantir as they demonstrate the growing adoption of their platform. AIPCon will be live streamed today, giving a broader audience the chance to see these partnerships in action. Everybody is excited about this. As a matter of fact, an employee from Palantir has been secretly revealing their preparations for the event on X. They even uploaded photos of the tech they're using for this event. What they're about to reveal here could be industry-shattering. On the other side of the fence, Palantir's stock price has been experiencing some wild and unpredictable movement recently. But mostly, it's leaning towards good news for its holders. In the last trading session, things took an even crazier turn when someone bought 3 million shares. And this isn't something people do if they don't believe in the stock's potential. This is a significant amount of buying from either one person or a large institution, which immediately caught attention. But here's what is even more exciting. During this same trading session, Palantir reached its all-time high price. With this in mind, there could be a chance that they will break this soon and close at a price higher than this. This massive purchase, combined with the record-high stock price, has led to a lot of excitement and speculation about where Palantir is headed next. On one hand, this kind of large-scale buying can be extremely beneficial for Palantir's future. How so? It shows that big investors, whether they are individuals or institutions, are placing their confidence in the company. When someone is willing to buy such a large number of shares, it sends a strong message to the market. Other investors tend to follow these kinds of moves, believing that those making such big purchases have insight into the company's future potential. It's like having a domino effect in the stock market. This increased confidence can help drive the stock price higher as more and more investors jump in, hoping to ride the wave of growth. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. The impact of this massive buy could help boost Palantir's market image. When investors see large purchases, especially when a stock hits an all-time high, they begin to view it as a strong performer, and more eyes will be looking at them. This positive momentum could lead to more media attention, increased interest from analysts, and even more institutional investors considering Palantir as part of their portfolios. As the company continues to demonstrate strong performance, this confidence could snowball, further driving up the price. But there are downsides to these too. One of the biggest risks of such large, single investor buys is the volatility it can create. When a single person or institution purchases millions of shares, they hold a significant amount of power over the stock's movement. One or only a few entities have all the power. And here's what's even scarier. If that investor decides to sell a large portion of their shares later on, it could cause a sharp drop in the stock price. This can create a boom and bust cycle where the stock price rises quickly on the back of large buys. But then it could also fall just as fast when those shares are sold. It also introduces more unpredictability, making it harder for smaller investors to know when to enter or exit the stock. For those who are not closely watching the market, this kind of volatility can lead to significant losses if they buy at a high price, only for the stock to drop unexpectedly. But here's something more interesting. When a stock hits its all-time high, it can lead to increased pressure. Investors might start to question whether the stock has more room to grow, or if it's reaching its peak. If people believe the stock price is overvalued, there could be a wave of selling, which could bring the price back down. This is why large buys like the one we just saw, while exciting, can also make the market more nervous. In the long run, this big buy could signal a bright future for Palantir. It shows confidence from major players, which often brings more stability and growth. However, the downside is that it introduces more volatility and uncertainty. If that investor eventually decides to sell, the market could experience a sharp drop. As with any stock, there are both risks and rewards. But if people see this as a huge sign for Palantir to grow big in the future given the potential of the stock, then they could have the opportunity of a lifetime today. And if they stay their course, Palantir could explode. The $50 per share target price will look cheap in comparison to their potential. So, how will they be able to achieve a really high share price in the future? Apparently, people have been observing something about Palantir. People are starting to view Palantir in the same way Microsoft was seen back in 1993. During this period, Microsoft was a company with the potential to redefine entire industries. And look at where they are now. At that time, Microsoft was still laying the foundation for its dominance in the tech world, and many believe Palantir could be at a similar inflection point today. This is not even a speculation. We're already seeing this happen right before our eyes, and they've penetrated tons of industries with their offerings. With its cutting-edge software and data platforms, Palantir is well-positioned to grow significantly in the coming years, much like how Microsoft did over the past few decades. But here's what's exciting about all this. Currently, Palantir's market cap stands at approximately $78 billion. Now, this is where it gets interesting. In comparison, Microsoft's market cap has reached an impressive over $3 trillion today. This means Microsoft is about 40 times larger than Palantir. The size of Microsoft today used to be impossible, and a lot of people didn't believe they could reach where they are now. But they shut their doubters up. With this in mind, Palantir could very well be on their way to replicate this growth. This can be seen as an opportunity for Palantir. When Microsoft was in its early stages, it wasn't the giant we see today. But here they are now being one of the most influential companies across the world. It took time, innovation, and strategic moves to reach its current status. And if Palantir is going to be consistent in their growth, they might even multiply their stock price to 40 times compared to today. You know how much that is? With their stock price trading at around $34 today, if they grow their share 40 times its value, then we're looking at around $1,300. This is such a huge target. Some people might even say this is impossible. After all, even Microsoft's price today is just a little over $420. Only time will tell if they can reach this. What's sure is that Palantir has the potential to follow in Microsoft's footsteps, and the current market cap difference only underscores the room for future growth. But what do you think about this? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.